Alright, well, good morning, everybody. It is Sunday. I don't even know what the day is. I think it's August 29th. we haven't been able to share a video with you in the last 2 weeks. Just been really busy with work. All the guys have been. I just got done with my job with EMS. We had a big fair in one of our areas, and so we were working the fair, providing EMS for the whole week, and plus all the other responsibilities we have with our jobs. So I'm heading down to the farm, and actually my cousin's farm today. I do a little bit of scouting. September 1st is just around the corner, and that marks the start of dove season and the early goose season in Pennsylvania. So bought my brand new shotgun. Gonna show you that today as well. And I just want to shoot that a little bit just to see how it does. And you know, I got a new Indian Creek choke tube for it for waterfowl and whatnot, so I'm looking forward to having a little bit of fun here in the coming week with the start of that season. And then yeah, maybe we'll see some deer today. We're going to freshen up a couple of the scrapes and mock scrapes with the vines over them while we're down the farm, and give you an update on how the food plot's doing. It's not doing the greatest, but we also have had a ton of deer in there eating, so you know, that and trying to grow is not a good combination. But I'm gonna get going. I'll see you down at the first spot. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to the cousin's farm or our farm, but I'll see you when I get there. Alright guys, well, welcome to the first spot. I actually decided to come down to my cousin's, so what we've got going on here is I just had a dove fly over, so that's always good to see because they're coming in next week too. So like I said, September 1st here in Pennsylvania is the start of the early, it started dove season and the early goose season. So we're allowed to take 8 geese and 15 doves. So we're going to be doing a little bit of hunting with that. Hopefully get Sadie out with me and get her a little bit of fun. So down here there's 3 farm ponds, and we get a lot of resident geese that kind of hang out down there. They come in usually in the mornings, land to the ponds. These were grain fields that were planted, and I think they harvested them. There may be soybean, I'm not really sure. So I want to take a walk down there and see what it looks like, see if there's any geese on the pond, and maybe set up, get an idea for like a morning if they're coming in here, and bring the decoys down. I got about 13 big shell decoys, along with I think I've got another dozen or 2 of 3D sock decoys, so we can set up a nice spread and kind of get tucked back into maybe some of the timber down here around the ponds, and maybe get lucky and get some geese to come in. So I'm gonna get going. So guys, just want to talk to you a little bit about, you know, it's that time of year. As the summer months have been going on, it's been really hot, and we've been wearing Altera alpaca socks for a long time, and we absolutely love them. They're comfortable. You know, they're you know, you can't beat them. So I've been wearing pretty much all summer when I'm scouting, or if we've been out fishing or anything like that, the Explore brand socks. These are like a mid-height crew sock, really comfortable. They're, you know, moisture wicking, so even though it might be hot out, these aren't as a heavy sock as, you know, maybe the Prevail hunting socks that we wear, or the Adventure series for like their extreme cold. But these are still great. Put them in my muck boots. Even if I sweat, my feet stay relatively dry. The socks really absorb the moisture. And cold weather, colder temperatures, you're going to keep your feet really warm. They're antimicrobial. They've got that silver infusion, so it helps with scent control. And it's a lifetime warranty, guys. So if you're looking for a great sock to kind of get you through pretty much any season, check out the Altera alpaca brand of socks, as well as they've got gloves, they've got caps, you know, to wear throughout the year. But they're really great. You don't have to wash them as much either. That's a cool thing about Altera alpaca. Just usually what I do, if you saw me just kind of turn them right side, but I usually turn them inside out, let them air dry, and you know, they don't smell. I've been wearing these socks now for the last couple of weeks and haven't washed them, and they work great. You know, they don't smell. They air dry. You don't want to put them in a dryer. You know, let them hang dry. But absolutely awesome. Check them out at www.alteraalpaca.com. With the deer season's coming up, you're getting into the fall. The Prevail mid-weight sock is something that's pretty much going to get you with a good pair of boots. I like to wear the muck boot. You know, something like this and a pair of Prevail mid-weight socks are going to get you through pretty much the entire deer season. The temperatures around here really haven't been too frigid. It's really after the new year where I see myself bringing out those really heavyweight adventure socks. But check them out, guys. I'm going to get going here. Alright, let's go check them out. Alright, so a lot more corn than what I had thought, but so this was just cut over in here. We got corn down here. That was a cover crop last year, and the same thing out here. So we've got a cut field where geese could land, but we got a lot of corn. So the ponds are down there. I glassed the big pond just really quick. I can only see the little bit edge of it, but there was nothing. So I'm gonna take a walk down and we'll check the ponds out and see what it looks like. The deer really been hitting the corn. This edge is all either chewed up pretty good or cobs are broken off. Alright, so nothing on this first pond. Back there where the trees were, there was a bedded area where the deer have been bedding in between. See those trees over my shoulder right there? There's actually a dove sitting up on the top of that tree right now. Saw a couple doves flying around. No geese on this back pond. Typically I don't see them here, but there's a bigger pond right down over here on the other side of these trees, and there's a front pond there. They nest up in there, sometimes fly down in here. So we'll take a walk. There's somebody been driving back here. I don't know who. Try to watch here if I see geese. When I've seen them, they've been on this side of the pond, like closest to me, up against this bank. There's a campsite usually down here. So this may be this guy that comes to this campsite. I'm gonna go down in here though and see. Comes down here and camps and fishes. Looks like he's been down here recently, which could screw up my hunting. But yeah, see, this is his campsite right here. There's his fire pit. So he usually sets up here, camps the weekend, and then does some fishing. Alright, well, there's no geese, and if he's been down here fishing a lot, that's going to create a challenge when it comes to geese. Just heard a dove fly. I'm going to take a walk down this way, see if I can see sign of geese, any droppings or whatnot. A lot of doves in these pines here. I can hear them in here behind me. Alright, well, unfortunately there's not a lot of sign of geese. I got a bad feeling with him. The person who comes down here and camps and fishes has them a little messed up. Plus all this corn, not really much as far as the open fields. May not be ideal for them. I know they fly in here in the mornings, so I'm gonna have to try and get down here in the morning just to kind of see, you know, if they're coming in and which pond they might be landing on, if we can set up some decoys and maybe just divert them a little bit. But other than that, that's about it. Nice deer trail going this way, coming down to the water, you know, but saw some bass swimming. I don't know if I was able to get them on film. Water's a little dark over there, so, but yeah, well, let's take a walk out of here. I'll head back to the truck, and I might just drive around to the front just to see if there's anything on that front pond, and then we'll head over to our farm and head up in the back. Got down to the farm here, just stopped to talk to Mom and Dad. Drop off a little banana cake for them that Teresa made, and I'll take a walk back. Swung around by that front pond that I was talking about. Didn't see any geese in there either, so a lot of corn. So it's probably a little messed up from that gentleman that likes to go down and fish. So we'll keep an eye on it. And if I start seeing them show up, then I'll definitely be down in there. So just gonna take a slow walk back here. Got a couple scrapes and vines to freshen up and look at the food plot and see how the doves are flying back here. And hopefully we can get squirrel get back here and do a little dove hunting. So this spot right here is kind of what I was thinking as a good area to maybe set up for doves once that season comes in. Gives me a lot of good cover. Blue jays, a lot of blue jays, but you know the deer are here, but it gives a lot of good cover, and they kind of like to come into these tree lines here and go back and forth. But so this field last year was an entire cover crop, and you can see, like right now, I'll show you. You got clover, you got some beets and brassicas coming up in here, all over. There's some different kind of beans coming up. So this entire field is kind of ideal for these deer. They could come in and out of here. We've got a tree stand in here that's been here for a long time, which would be a good spot because of the corn down here. We've got soybean on this opposite side of the tree line. And then we hung that muddy set right up here and got a vine in front of it. But I'm gonna get quiet and just walk. See if there ain't any deer out in this soybean. It's pretty loud. All right, guys. I'm waving to David. His camera's right there. We definitely have deer tracks in the scrape here. So that's good. I'm gonna freshen up this vine and this scrape, and then we'll head up here. We'll do the same with the one by the plot. I don't see anything in the soybean right now, but we got that heavy trail that goes right by our muddy set right here, going out into this field that's got all kind of good stuff growing for these deer. So let's get this freshened up. All right, we got that one freshened up. We're gonna get the cameras. We'll head up here to the food plot, check that out. All right, guys, well, we're up here at the vine that enters the food plot, and this scrape has been worked. There's tracks in here and whatnot, but we're gonna freshen this one up too, and then we'll show you what the food plot looks like. We're gonna have to do a little bit of overseed here for sure. All right, we got that all freshened up. Let's go see the plot. All right, so we're in the plot, and David was up here just the other week just to kind of see what it looks like. So we're gonna have to do an overseed. There are a lot of deer tracks in here, which is what you want with a killer food plot. The problem with that is they're just devouring it. We've got clover coming up, we've got chicory coming up. We've got some oats, the triticale coming up as well that we put in. But our brassicas, the white rage that we put down here isn't coming up all that great. And part of that has to do with the fact that we got a lot of rain and it kind of settles down in here, and that moisture is just not helping it any. But next weekend I'm gonna come back here, I'm gonna bring some crop duster. And we're going to overseed this with some crop duster and fertilize it again with the organics and soil defender. And you know, we still got deer coming. We still got stuff growing in the plot. They're just eating it. Thankfully, we've got stuff growing out in this field, and we got soybean there that they're not just wiping it out. So I'm just going to check it out a little bit and take a couple pictures to share with Nick, and we'll get going. Alright guys, well that's going to do it. We've got clover coming up, we've got triticale coming up, there's chicory coming up, there's not a lot of any kind of brassicas coming up. I found like a white fungus up here on the ground, kind of like a strip of it going up. It's got it on the acorns, some of the weeds have it. Not really sure if that has to do with all the moisture that we've had or not. If you have an idea what that might be, obviously I shared it with you in the video, some pictures I took too. Put it down in the comments. I'd like to know what that is. Yeah, that's it for this. I'm gonna head back and call it a day. But thanks for tagging along with me. We got a great setup this year. I think we're gonna do really well. The deer have been out here. We've been getting them on the trail cameras. The reveals have been picking up the deer coming in and out of the plot here, going to the vine, down in the vine that we freshen up at David's. You know, we got a really tall, we're gonna call him the G2 buck, I guess. You know, we're gonna call him the G2 buck because he's just got really tall G2s. He's a main frame 8, a little short on the main beam on the left side, little crab claw there, but a really good looking buck. Got a couple smaller bucks around, but right now he's the main target buck, that G2 buck, unless something else bigger shows up that we're just not seeing yet. But a lot of does, a lot of fawns, so that's great to see. That's what we want to see. You know, we're getting excited. It's coming really quick, guys. So hey, thanks for following me along on the video today. Leave me a comment down below what you're doing to get ready. What are you seeing? I'm sorry it's so loud. That's this wonderful interstate, but it kind of covers us a little bit when we're out here hunting, especially with camera equipment and moving around. But hey, if you're new to our channel or you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button, give a like to the video, and yeah, guys, it's coming close. We got dove season and geese season coming up. I'm excited to get out there. Got a brand new Stoeger M3000 semi-automatic 12 gauge, so I'm excited to just get out there and hunt some doves and some geese with that. And September 18th, I'll be in the woods up in a tree saddle down on some public land in one of the management units that come in early, trying to punch a doe tag, and who knows, there's some big buck down there. Maybe I'll get lucky and end the season early as far as my buck hunting is concerned, and then I'll just be a cameraman the rest of the year. But that's all right. It leaves a lot more time for me to do other kind of hunting that I don't normally dedicate time to because I focus on deer. But that's it for today, guys. It's starting to get hot and muggy. I'm going to go home. I've been working a lot. I'm going to go home and enjoy the rest of the day with my family, and we'll see you on the next video.